Harbor Freight just released this tiny toolbox and it's going on sale for Black Friday for less than $10. The price of a dozen organic, free-range, pasture-raised, gluten-free, non-GMO chicken eggs. It's their mini US General toolbox and it's so good and so cheap. This isn't sponsored, I bought it, and spoiler alert, I'm going to buy at least 2 more. This is a tiny toolbox, so this should be a really quick video. Let's lay the groundwork. Companies have been making tiny toolboxes for as long as folks like us have had tiny tools that we want to put into tiny drawers. You can get a cute one from Kobalt. It comes in lots of colors and it's around the same size as our guy from Harbor Freight. But it costs a bit more and doesn't come with everything that this one does. If you've got a mini toolbox, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. Now let's look at what we're getting for our money. This thing feels heavy, way heavier than I expected for the price. Putting it on the scale, it comes in at just over 5.5 pounds. For our friends who know how to count to 10, that's 2.5 kilos, and that's a lot of metal for not a lot of money. The toolbox measures 6 inches tall and 6 inches deep. The hinge adds just a little bit, so let's call it 6.25, and 10.75 wide. Unlike the Kobalt I mentioned earlier, this one comes with liners. The drawers do have a magnetic stop in the back that'll help keep them closed. You can even tip it upside down and they're not going to come out. So yeah, it is tiny, but it can hold a surprising amount. It's rated for 5 pounds per drawer. The top compartment, even though it looks really shallow, is deceivingly roomy, and it'll close on a standard 1-2-3 block, so it's got at least a full inch of clearance in there. Both drawers are 8.75 inches wide, just under 5 inches deep, around 125 millimeters. The top drawer has about 1.5 inches of clearance, and the bottom drawer has a little over 2.25. Now this brings me to my only real complaint about the box. As you can see, the drawer's pull-out game is pretty weak. They're 5 inches deep and you're only getting a full 3 inches, so if you want access to the back, you might have to get creative when you're filling it up. Considering the price, it's a small complaint, but it's still a complaint. It would be great if the drawers had a little more travel. Now let's see what we can fit in here. I bought this one for my tiny specialty end mills, engraving bits, tap followers, edge finders, centers, center drills, spotting drills, and all sorts of other little lathe and milling tools that used to be homeless. This one is already full, so I'm definitely going to have to buy a couple more. I think this tiny toolbox has a massive value and it's an incredibly good deal. I have no idea if they'll still be in stock when Black Friday rolls around, but even for full price, these things are a steal. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. It makes such a huge difference, and check the links in the description if you want to do more. Thanks for watching.